From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Friday, December 6th. It is awfully chilly out there this morning. We're in the teens, but things are looking up. We're going to start getting warmer as the weekend goes on. This Friday, we're going to be into the low 30s, but for the Big Ten championship weekend here in Indianapolis, expect the 40s, maybe even 50s by the end of the weekend. Breaking news, police already have several key pieces of evidence in a shooting early this morning. It happened sometime before 1:30 at Randolph and Prospect Streets. According to officers at the scene, the victim says someone shot them during a robbery. Police tell us they found cash and shoes from the victim and a gun from the robber. Officers say the victim is stable in the hospital. Police have not yet announced an arrest. New on Daybreak, a shooting at a laundromat in Lafayette leaves one person dead and 3 others injured, including the shooter. At around 7:40 last night, police say they were called to a shooting at the Lafayette Laundry on South Street. Investigators say they found one person dead, another in critical condition, and 2 others who are stable. We're told 3 of those people are males and 1 is female, but we don't know their ages. Police also say they believe the suspected shooter is among those wounded, and there is no ongoing threat to the public. So far, no arrests have been announced. Now to IT-Mate. Closing arguments are now underway. They started around 9 this morning in the trial of 2 IMPD officers accused in the death of Herman Whitfield III. Final day of testimony on Thursday saw conflicting claims from doctors. IT-Mate's Cody Fisher is following the case from the courtroom.
2 doctors dueled on the witness stand today. Both are high-powered and have testified in prominent cases across the country. For the defense, Dr. William Smock testified that Whitfield III died from high levels of THC that were in his system. For the prosecution, Dr. Alan Steinberg, a cardiologist, testified that THC had nothing to do with Whitfield's death. Now, Smock says Whitfield died because he was having a bad trip on THC, and that caused his heart to stop. He told the jurors about several published medical papers that show THC can cause someone's heart to stop. Steinberg testified that Whitfield died because of prone restraint cardiac arrest, because officers had him on his belly with some pressure on his back while being cuffed. Officer Adam Ahmad also took the stand today. At times, he was combative with questions from the prosecution. He justified keeping Whitfield in the prone position, saying he had just seen Whitfield go from a completely calm state to a very agitated state, so he didn't want to move him because there was still a risk or a threat of him doing that again. Now, Ahmad also testified that he never heard Whitfield say that he could not breathe. Closing arguments will start first thing Friday morning, and then the fates of officers Ahmad and Sanchez will be in the hands of the jury. Reporting at the courthouse, I'm Cody Fisher for IT-Mate. For Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
Indiana's first execution in 15 years is moving forward. The state Supreme Court has denied a stay for Joseph Corcoran. Corcoran is on death row for murdering 4 men in Fort Wayne in 1997. His attorneys argued that Corcoran suffers from severe mental illness, making him ineligible for the death penalty. His execution is scheduled for December 18th. Corcoran's only remaining hope of halting it through the legal system is through federal court. Police in New York City say new clues are emerging in the hunt for a shooter in the United Healthcare CEO's murder. Investigators say they have surveillance video that shows the face of a man police say is wanted for questioning. The image is from video at a hostel where police say the man pulled down his mask and smiled at an employee. It's one of several surveillance videos that investigators might use to piece together a timeline that could lead to an arrest.
NYPD and the FBI have a great ability to pull together video surveillance and piece it together moment by moment by moment and follow somebody through any camera available.
Investigators also say they found the words deny, defend, and depose written on a shell casing and live round at the scene. Words police say echo a phrase used by insurance industry critics. Switching gears now, college football fans are here in Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship this weekend. Fan Zone offers fun before the game. It's downtown at the Indiana Convention Center. Hernan Gutierrez is there with what's new this year.
I have this football. It's designed like a soccer. It doesn't have any of the dimples, so the grip is all weird. I'm starting the excuses early. This is one of the activities that you can participate in here at the Big Ten Fan Zone. Here to tell us a little bit more about what's going on, we have Sam Reel with the Indiana Sports Corp. And Sam, we're going to test this out a little bit, but this is one of the newer things, if I remember correctly, from last hour. Tell us a little bit more about what people can expect.
Yeah, so inside Big Ten Fan Fest here at Indiana Convention Center, it opens today at 4 o'clock. There's a wrestling meet between Indiana and Illinois. Tomorrow this opens up at 10 o'clock as well. So really a full weekend, able to check out some of the new activations downtown in Indy.
So you mentioned last hour that this is one of your favorites. Walk us through, if you could set me up for a field goal, I would appreciate it just because I have a handheld mic. Walk us through what people are supposed to do as much as you know.
So you got a few options here. Obviously, you can do the target practice with the throwing. There's the soccer goal set up. So if you don't make the field goal, you got a chance to make the soccer goal. So really, winners all around here at this one.
Tell us a little bit about Tailgate Town, which is outside. What can people expect there?
Yeah, so that's a free activation, starts at 10 o'clock. It's on South Street, so just north of the stadium. And then at 3:30, there's the St. Elmo Shrimp Eating Contest with Joey Chestnut. So we're going to be out there, food, fun, games. The bands will be out there, so it's really that college atmosphere.
Sam, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it. Tailgate Town, which is on South Street. Again, that one is free. That's tomorrow. All of the action for the Fan Zone is free if you have a ticket to the big game tomorrow. Otherwise, it's $12 to get in. That all kicks off here at the Indiana Convention Center at 4. Reporting downtown, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for WishTV, WishTV.com. Follow us on Facebook for updates.
The Big Ten championship game could mean big bucks for local businesses. News 8's Kyla Russell shows us the potential economic boost.
That's the sound of money in Indy's pockets. The 14th Big Ten football championship in the Circle City is expected to rake in at least $20 million.
Here, they're spending money at restaurants, bars, around the city. So that's kind of the cumulative total of all of these people coming into the city.
The coin toss is set for 8 on Saturday night, but thousands of Penn State and Oregon fans are already making their way here.
Obviously, with Oregon, the Indianapolis Airport Authority have added more flights. So they get to experience, that low barrier that the Indianapolis Airport obviously provides, and then Penn State as well coming in. So we are seeing more kind of national travel than we might some years.
It wouldn't be an Indy event without some Hoosier hospitality. When fans arrive, they'll have a host of events to tackle at the convention center. The Big Ten Fan Fest kicks off Friday at 4, complete with food and drinks on sale. Also at the convention center, fans can watch the first Big Ten takedown. It's a wrestling duel between IU and the University of Illinois. And just a pass away, there's Tailgate Town, another spot for fans to buy some iconic Indy eats.
Indianapolis has a lot for you to do that you might not know about. Obviously, Mass Ave has a great opportunity, but then down here in the downtown core, there's going to be restaurants with Big Ten signage. Oregon's having some local events too, Penn State as well.
And one of those local restaurants gearing up for some big earnings is the Slippery Noodle Inn.
So typically on a Colts Sunday, we'll run about 1,500 people through the door here. So probably around that level. So we expect this to be like a really busy Colts game.
They'll even have some specialty booze to bring fans in.
So we're doing some fun themed cocktails for one of the schools. I won't mention which one because I want both schools to show up, but we do have one that's asked us for some fun themed cocktails. They're going to come in and put some banners up and some pennants up as well. So we're going to try and cater them a little bit, but both teams are welcome here to have a lot of fun.
The big boom for the city doesn't end this year, though. The Big Ten football championship game is set to stay here in Indy until at least 2028. Reporting here in downtown Indianapolis, I'm Kyla Russell for WishTV, WishTV.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Big stumble for Purdue last night in men's college basketball. The Boilers went into a road matchup with Penn State well rested and holding a top 10 ranking in the nation, but it will come with an 81-70 loss and an 0-1 start to the Big Ten season. It was the Nittany Lions' first win over a top 10 team since 2019. Purdue hosts Maryland on Sunday. Now let's get to your business headlines. Monica Malpass is at the NASDAQ with some Lilly news.
Lilly is expanding in Wisconsin. It will start construction next year on a $3 billion facility. Lilly plans to produce and manufacture an injectable drug to treat diabetes, obesity, and other future medicines across therapeutic areas. Lilly does plan to use advanced automation, including guided vehicles, robotics, and production equipment to accelerate medicine production. Meantime, Indiana is no stranger to natural disasters, unfortunately, from tornadoes to floods. According to a Swiss reinsurance firm, estimated insured losses from natural catastrophes are on track to exceed $135 billion worldwide in 2024. The growing losses are mainly driven by the concentration of value in urban areas, economic growth, and the high cost to rebuild. The firm says climate change is also playing an increasing role. As you know, so many people in Asheville, North Carolina were hit hard in the aftermath of Helene. Also, the FBI is issuing a warning to iPhone users who send text messages to Droid users and vice versa. That's because those text messages are not fully encrypted. They are at risk of being hacked. Blue Bubble iPhone communication, by the way, and Droid to Droid is not at risk, but the FBI and another government agency that deals with cybersecurity are recommending that you use encrypted messaging apps like WhatsApp or Signal to minimize the chances of foreign hackers intercepting your text messages. Hey, Honda's recalling over 200,000 SUVs in the U.S. due to possible fuel leaks. NHTSA says the recall has to do with certain 2023 to 24 Honda Passports and 2023 to 25 Honda Pilots. The fuel filler neck and pipe can separate, and that would cause a fuel leak, which could put you at risk of a fire. Owners of the affected SUVs should expect to get a letter in the mail in the first week of January, and then the repairs will be free of charge. Well, stocks retreated, as you know, yesterday. Investors are nervous about today's jobs report and the Federal Reserve meeting mid-December today. So far, it looks like we've got a mixed bag. The projected open for the Dow is down 4, the NASDAQ up 32, and the projected implied open for the S&P down 2. Live from the NASDAQ market side, I'm Monica Melpass. Back to you.
Wish TV's third class of future news professionals have now graduated from our multicultural media producer program. Ceremony was in our studio last night. News 8's Phil Sanchez shows us more about the program designed to teach students the ins and outs of television.
The program is amazing.
For students like Autumn Carter, Wish TV's multicultural media producer program was an eye-opener.
It's the only of its class, but you can tell with all that you learn in that class.
For 16 weeks, more than a dozen students like Autumn were taught what we do here every day at Wish TV. Their instructor, longtime Wish TV executive producer Adam Krent.
I want to thank you guys for being engaged, asking a lot of questions, and genuinely wanting to learn during the semester.
The program was first launched back in 2023 by Wish TV owner and CEO Dewan McCoy. The class was made up of students from local high schools and colleges.
I love the program. I loved learning how to be able to write as a producer and getting like the BTS of being an actual newsroom, being able to work with the actual producer and anchors such as yourself and Dakari. It was really a great experience, and I think it definitely set me up for a lot of success.
Did stories in high school and earlier in my college career. But it's really the writing, because the writing is a lot more complex to hear. You get to get different perspectives on different issues.
The class also got to hear from Wish TV news director Brady Gibson.
We get to be witnesses every single day we come to work to everything that happens in our cities, in our states, and the world. And when you go to work, you are writing the first draft of history.
Tonight, the students were given their diplomas and even had some goodies from Taylor's Bakery. All in all, it was a fantastic night here at Wish TV. The perfect way to celebrate the end of a semester and the beginning of another chapter for this group.
I think it's absolutely amazing. I think to be so thoughtful to include people who like multicultural, who usually would not have access to this program is absolutely phenomenal.
Help us make the holidays happy for kids across Indiana. The 31st Wish Tree Toy Drive is on. We've teamed up with Toys for Tots to collect new unwrapped toys. You can drop off toys at any of our sponsors, or if you'd like to donate dollars to buy those toys, we've made it easy. You can find a link to all of those sponsors and to donate on the Wish Tree section of wishtv.com. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.